Oh y'all, and welcome back to another video of Look Be a Landlord. Hope you're all doing well. For today's question, I wanted to ask about staying on the Halloween theme, some Halloween themed songs. This is not actually a question I can help very much with. I don't know any Halloween themed songs, with the possible exception of the I'll Put a Spell on You. Although whether that's Halloween themed or was just in the movie Hocus Pocus, so I don't know whether that counts. As before, this can be as broad as you want, and I'm looking forward to it. So it could be, I suppose, in a Halloween movie, or just a song you listen to around Halloween, or maybe just a song about like witches, zombies, Frankenstein, that kind of stuff. But yeah, looking forward to learning about some new songs from the audience. The collective knowledge of the audience should be interesting. For today, we're going to jump into floor number 12. We did floor 11 yesterday, quite a good run. And the big change here is you get one less essence capsule from emails. And this is probably one of the biggest spikes in difficulty after the one less removal capsule, as this does affect how strong your build can be. Quite strong. Essence capsules, if you get the right one, can just make your game. So this makes it half as likely that you get the right one. But anyway, we'll jump in and see what today gives us. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see what kind of build we get today. So picked up a 3-sided dice, always quite good to see early on. Just need to put the volume down a little bit. I'll take a cheese. I'll take a lockbox, although bubble is also quite a good pick there. Taking a dwarf early, always decent. We made the 25 rent payment with 12 left over. Now, item capsule has a lot of potential, but there's also a lot of terrible hits. I think hooligan is just a bit more solid. Happy hour with dwarf, always a decent idea. Although I reckon egg carton probably would be okay and may possibly be better. Take a beer and take a bubble. We'll pick up a rain because it's worth 2, a little bit of synergy with the flower, and we made the 50 rent payment with 35 left over. I'll take a safe, and dwarven anvil is fantastic. So dwarfs are looking quite good on this run. I don't particularly want a 3-sided dice. There's not much scaling in them, so I'll give that a skip. I'll also skip this. I don't particularly want a second cheese without picking up a mouse, although the dwarf would break the big ore, which isn't really something I want. I'll take the second cheese. Okay, 63 on that turn. We are rewarded. We get a mouse. That's great. I'll take a key for the lockbox or the safe. Hopefully the safe, but I'm happy enough with either. We made the 100 rent payment with 98 left over. I'll take a wine for the dwarf, and big symbol bomb I guess is okay. Let's take it straight away. We don't want another mouse, so we'll skip. Do we want another dwarf? They are worth 2, so they're not the worst. Let's go for it. Let's take a rabbit. It'll be worth 3 eventually, and Mrs. Fruit is great. Let's remove the pearl, I think. Okay. So now we've got Mrs. Fruit, we've got the dwarf to give us money early, and we have Mrs. Fruit as a scaling. So this is looking like a great run so far. Let's take another cherry for Mrs. Fruit. Let's take a... Do we need a coal for some late game scaling? I don't think so. I think Mrs. Fruit has that covered. Let's take a beer for the dwarf. Let's skip this. And we've made the 150 rent payment with 310 left over. So we're doing fantastic at the moment. As well, the monkey essence with Mrs. Fruit. We don't particularly want monkeys. I'll just take cardboard box essence. I'll take time capsule. That'll probably give us some alcohol back. And I will take grave robber, I guess. Let's pick up a milk for the cat, better than a skip, particularly since we have empties. I could take a toddler, but it's not great, so we'll just skip. We're doing fantastic at the moment. We don't need to worry too much. We'll skip this as well. I'll take another key for the lockbox. And watermelon is just great, just worth 4. So can't complain with that. Skip this. getting about 26 per turn. We made the 225 rent payment with 294 left over. 300 now due in 7 spins, and we already practically have that. Let's re-roll for a... we don't want a billionaire. Let's re-roll again. Don't particularly want any of these either, so that's not great. Nori the rabbit is quite good. I wouldn't mind picking up rabbit fluff. Might pick up a second rabbit, I'm okay with that. There is another egg. I do think that happy hour was the better idea, but we are seeing a lot of eggs. I'll take an essence capsule, that's really strong. I'll take a bubble. Although with the amount of removal tokens we have, I think taking the banana would have been a better idea. Let's skip. That's okay, we'll skip these as well. And I'll take an urn to help fill up space. We made the 300 rent payment with 184 left over. We could try and get 5 fruit. We have 1 already. This has a lot of potential if we can get it going. We just have to take all the fruit. The only problem is we have Mrs. Fruit. Let's go with fruit basket essence though. Let's go with watering can essence. Do I want a hex of tedium? I don't think so. I think taking a dove though is pretty good. It's always strong. I could add 7 dwarfs, or I could add more spirits. Let's go with the shrine. Okay, let's take a void stone. 42 per turn. That's not too bad. Time capsule versus Joker. What do we have destroyed? A lot of good stuff. Of course, Joker's just worth 3, and we do have a lot of empty symbols, so I'm taking them for just the extra 3 per turn. Let's take a target for 2 per turn. Let's take... At this stage, I have a lot of empty symbols, so I will take a coal. I should probably have taken a coal earlier on. King Midas is a terrible idea. Let's skip this. Let's take a cheese for the mouse. I'll take a time capsule. Okay, building up our dove, that's great. We made the 375 rent payment with 116 left over. Coconut is fantastic, and lock pick is also quite good, I think. I was also looking at checkered flag, which is quite decent. Okay, we get a beer from that, that's great. I'll take an orange. This dove is stopping Mrs. Fruit from eating the coconut, that's fine. Let's start removing a few symbols. Let's remove the flower and the coin. Probably as well, we will remove the rain first and then the hooligan next, I'd say. Okay, let's re-roll here for time capsule or a cheese. Time capsule has the potential to be better. We got a coconut half, that's okay. Do we want a farmer? No, I don't think so. Okay, 50 on that turn, that's great. I'll take a seed. That just gives us 25 whenever it grows. Let's now remove the hooligan, so we stay below 20 symbols. And we got 78 on that turn and nothing was eaten, so that's great. 78 on that turn, we'll take another cheese for the mouse. 130 on that turn, that's fantastic. I think we have passed the threshold. Let's take a chemical 7. 2 dwarfs both eating the same wine, I believe, so 40 each. Oh no, it must have been a beer. 20 each. We made the 450 rent payment with 317 left over. Compost heap is fantastic. And peach is also really good. Let's take lint roller, I guess. We'll take a tedium capsule. We'll skip all of these, don't want any of these. We'll take a wine for the dwarf and I'll remove one of these dice. Okay, I'll take a cheese for the mouse. We don't need any of these. With the dove, it's going to make it slightly hard to get 3 symbols destroyed in the same spin, but it'll happen eventually. There we go, straight away. That's fantastic. And I'll take a lockbox because we do have lockpick. So we now have 3... We only have 3 fruit at the moment. So we just need to add 2 more. Shouldn't be too hard. And we're already making over 70 per spin, so there's no real hurry. We made the 575 rent payment with 359 left over. We could take a rabbit fluff, no real need. Let's take a sun. Doesn't really fit into the deck, but on the other hand, it's not really that bad either. Let's take a sun. We'll take a lunchbox. Let's add an orange. Let's add a beer, and let's add a peach. So 20 symbols, that's great. So we should get fruit basket essence next spin, and we do indeed. 145 that spin. I'll take another peach for Mrs. Fruit. We'll skip all these. I should actually take a light bulb because we do have a diamond. Let's skip all these. Let's skip these as well. At this stage the build is pretty much complete, so we don't really need to take anything in order to win. Let's take a wealthy capsule. Oh, we still have our flower. Oh, we must have gotten that from a seed. Our dove is up to plus 20 already. Let's take another cheese for the mouse. And we made the 650 rent payment with 704 left over. Let's add X-ray machine essence. If we can add a big ore, that would be great. The dwarf will break it, so we have one part of that already. Let's skip all these and we'll take Maxwell the Bear, I guess. So pool ball is actually better. Let's take a second rabbit, sure, why not? And I'll take a light bulb this time. I'll take a removal capsule. And we don't need any of these. Did we pick up that? No, we didn't pick up the item essence that made cats better, so we don't need to take a cat. Let's remove the target and the other 3-sided dice. Let's take a lockbox, that'll remove itself. We could take a jellyfish just in case we pick up a diver, but we don't really need to. Let's take another light bulb. Let's remove, at this stage I'm thinking the mouse or the cat. Let's remove the cat first. Let's take another lockbox. Let's take a seed. And we made the 700 rent payment with 1083 left over. So we've already won this. We could take a diver just mostly for jellyfish. Let's go for it. And we'll take Devil's Deal, I guess. That Devil's Deal on the last rent payment just guarantees that you win. Let's skip all these. Skip these. We could take an oyster for the diver, but I'm mostly just using the diver for more removals rather than as an actual grower. Let's we could take a big urn, don't particularly need to though. Let's skip these. Take a beer for the dwarfs. Shouldn't last long with 2 dwarfs. I'll take another beer for the dwarfs. Okay. We have a banana peel we need to get rid of, and we also have a banana we need to get rid of, which is slightly frustrating, but that's okay. We made the 777 rent payment with 1524 left over. Very quick run, only 13 minutes so far. Let's take it into endless and see how far we can go. I don't know how far this one will go. Credit card essence will help. I'm not entirely sure how best to grow this one. Mrs. Fruit will fall off pretty quickly. The dove perhaps is the best way of doing it. I don't think we can grow Mrs. Fruit fast enough for endless mode. I'll take a treasure chest though. Time machine could also work. Getting 4 diamonds would help a lot, of course. Let's see what we get here. That's a common ore. Could go a lucky capsule. Is there anything better? Could go the teeth to get rid of the banana peel. I think lucky capsule is probably the best bet. Let's take another dove, okay. Let's take a vine fruit with the doves, they're really good. We don't particularly want another flower, we only have 1 sun. Let's take a coconut with Mrs. Fruit. Skip these. We could take a bubble and hope that the doves are next to it when it's trying to destroy itself. I'll take a safe. We take a beer for the dwarfs. Made the 1000 rent payment with 1715 left over. Let's take Beastmaster for the doves, is really good. And it doesn't really matter, I guess, take Quigley the wolf. Let's remove one of these banana peels. We might find one thief, but I feel like finding two will take too long. Take a lockbox. Take an essence capsule. Okay, let's skip these. We don't particularly want the honey. I'll take Vitestone. Vitestones are fantastic with doves. No, hustling capsules are also good with doves. Any capsules are good with doves. Let's take a coconut for Mrs. Fruit. Let's take a wine for the dwarfs. That's great. Take another Vitestone. And we made the 1500 rent payment with 1657 left over. Let's take 4-leaf clover essence, a booster pack essence. We don't particularly want another diver. Wildcard is great though. We have 3 growers at the moment. Let's take shedding season, although we have lint roller, so I can keep it in. Just be occasionally worth 10 coins. Skip these. Okay, we'll skip these. Midas Bomb is entertaining, but as almost always when you see it, is bad. Okay, I'll take a light bulb for the diamond. Let's take an orange for Mrs. Fruit. Let's take a wealthy capsule. What's our inventory looking like? 21 symbols. Don't particularly want another light bulb, so let's take nothing here. And I'll take an orange for Mrs. Fruit. This wealthy capsule has been sticking around for a long time. Made the 2000 rent payment with 1400 left over. I'll take another geologist. I'll take triple kinds, I guess. Let's remove at this stage probably time to let the Joker go. Okay, I'll skip these. Let's take a wine for the dwarfs. A buffing capsule is good. Another diamond is good. I wonder how Midas Bomb would affect symbols if they are protected by the dove. That could be interesting to find out. We'll do all these, skip these. So what did I take from my very rare then? Oh, it was the diamond. Yeah, of course. Skip these. Let's skip all these. Actually, I should be taking stuff to feed to my geologist. Take another Beastmaster with the doves, they're great. Let's take a void creature, removes itself. And gives us a spirit. I might switch that off actually. Where is that? Shrine. Let's take a removal capsule, is fantastic. Grows our doves and will eventually give us a removal. We made the 2500 rent payment with 1000 left over, so we are not currently scaling fast enough. Now, which of these is best? I think it has to be Rusty Gear Essence, and we need really another dove. We have another dove, that's fantastic. Let's take Horseshoe. The only problem is that we do have 3 watermelons. So let's switch this off. We're going to remove one of the watermelons, so we're guaranteed that the doves are the ones that are buffed by Rusty Gear Essence. Let's skip these. That should give us a very large increase in the amount of gold we get in. Let's check to make sure we don't have 3 of anything else. No, we don't. Now they just have to land up next to each other, which will happen eventually. There we are, straight away. 230 on that spin. skip. Okay, I'll take a white fruit to grow up the doves. Let's take a safe, will remove itself eventually. Let's take another safe for the same reason. We made the 3,000 rent payment with 665 left over. I'm not sure how much more this one will grow. I'll take another Beastmaster for the doves. I'll take a piggy bank. We need to start trimming the deck down. I'll get rid of the banana peel. I feel waiting for a thief is probably a bad idea. Let's re-roll for goldfish for the diver. No, the diver removes things, he doesn't destroy them. Skip these. Let's take a cherry for Mrs. Fruit. So we don't want the milk. I'll take a hustling capsule actually. At this stage, growing the doves is better than improving the diamonds. So that's what we're going to focus on. Light bulb in 5 turns, it'll try to destroy itself, which isn't fast enough, I don't think. Let's take a cherry from Mrs. Fruit. That will grow our doves. And one spin, we should make the next rent payment, I believe. Okay, 3,500 rent payment, made that with 57 left over. Let's take capsule machine essence. Let's skip all of these. I'll take rusty gear essence, that'll be really good with the doves. They ever land next to each other. Let's take void creature, removes itself. Skip all these. Take a time capsule, that's quite good. Give me a bubble. Actually give me 3 things. I always waste that capsule machine. It's okay, hopefully I think it gave me 3 cherries, or 2 at least I would say. Let's take a sapphire for the geologist. Take a void stone. Skip this. Skip these. I don't know if our doves are growing fast enough. We have to break the piggy bank, that didn't help much. We'll break the devil's deal, but I feel like this is where we will fail. Another Beastmaster, sure. Take a Cursed Katana. Don't think we need to remove anything at this stage. Take a reroll capsule. Yeah, I'll take another dove. This is definitely where we fail. I'm not even entirely sure we'll get the 1,000 we need to make the next rent payment. Take an orange. And take a Highlander, sure, why not? Plenty of empty spaces. Take a bar of soap, fill up the empties. Let's take a rabbit. A orange, I guess. Take an oyster. And yeah, we couldn't even make the, I think it was 700 we needed to make the next rent payment. So the devil's deal, it really is, it'll get you through the next rent payment, but that's pretty much it. But anyway, pretty good run. Just couldn't scale the doves quite fast enough, but that's alright. That wasn't really our intention. It was only once we hit endless mode and I realized that it'd been a really fast run that I was like, oh, let's take it into endless mode, see how far it goes. If I'd been planning to go into endless mode from the start, I might have slightly tweaked the setup, but probably not. We've already seen the endless stuff run, so I don't mind too much. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video. Until then, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.